quickly. What we like to brag about is our integrity and our transparency. We are here to present an ethical, registered, legal, clean business to you. And you have the opportunity to jump on board. We do not try to convince you. We do not try to pester or pressure you, nor should the person who invited you, because quite frankly, we don't need to do that. We already have enough founding members for this company. We are in over 200 countries across the globe, and our CEO has graciously allowed us to bless our loved ones by inviting them today to hear about it. So very soon we're going to have our first speaker, Marty DeGarmo, and then you're going to watch a 21-minute presentation by Mike Ellis. After that presentation, I will be back on with the panel that you see here, and we will be here to answer any of your questions if you are a guest. Now, as you can see in the chat, we do have people from around the globe. We have founders who are here supporting the guests they have invited. Please, founders, refrain from asking questions today because this is a special webinar for our guests only. And we like to give them the opportunity to be able to answer questions. The other thing you want to remember as you're listening in today is not all the information may sink in all at once, and that's okay. If you can just catch a glimpse of the value and the enormity of this company and the vision of the CEO, just if you catch a little bit of it and you start going, oh my goodness, this is incredible, then we recommend that you get back to the person that, I'm bringing Dan on, that invited you so that you can take the next step. We highly recommend you jump right on board as a founder. We're going to go through how that works. After you hear the presentation, we don't hide anything here. We're transparent. We have a lot of integrity. Hi, Dan Street. It's good to see you today.
Hi, Susie, Marina, Marty, Andy.
Yeah, we're going to get started. Cynthia Brown saying, hello, Dan the man. I'm going to close the chat right now, and we are going to start the recording. Dan, we are going to play a recording today. So after Marty, we're playing a presentation that Mike Ellis did. That is an excellent presentation. And then we'll open up. So Marty, if you want to hit record, I'll repeat myself one more time and we'll get this webinar going. He's nodding. There we go. We're also being live streamed on YouTube.
Recording in progress.
Well, hi everyone, I'm Susie McCray coming to you from a chilly Amherst, Massachusetts on January 11th, 2022. This is our Let's Bless Our Loved Ones guest webinar where you have been invited by someone to hear about a business called OnPassive. And you're going to have an opportunity today to hear the presentation. Afterwards, we will open up to our guests a Q&A, and we highly recommend that you stay plugged in during this presentation, and then any questions we're here to answer, and then you're going to want to get back to the person who invited you so that you can jump on board and become a founder. This is maybe a different webinar than what you're used to. We don't try to convince you. We don't pester or pressure you to do anything. Us here on the panel are here volunteering our time to help you learn about OnPassive. This is going to benefit you far more than any of us here today. We are excited about this business, and we're so glad you joined us because the window of opportunity to become a founder is ending very, very soon. And we don't say that to try to pressure you. We say that because we're transparent and we have a lot of integrity, and our CEO has graciously allowed us more time to invite other people to jump on board. So we're going to hear Marty speak, and then I'm going to share a video with you, and then I'll be back for the Q&A. So our first speaker today is Marty DeGarmo. Marty is in Chile, New Jersey, in the United States. And Marty, during his career for over 17 years, was a project manager, traveled the globe, worked in the corporate world. And then after that, for the last 15 plus years, he got into online businesses, online marketing. He has been and seen it all online. He has a wealth of knowledge and a lot of wisdom, and he's going to tell you today why when he saw OnPassive, he knew this was the last business for him in his lifetime. And I think you're going to agree. So Marty, if you want to take over, and I'll get ready to share that video.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, Susie. Hello, everybody on the panel. Hello. Now I was going to try to do what Marina does, but I can't. All right, anyway, a little about myself. My name is Marty DeGarmo, 61 years old, soon to be 62. But anyway, it's January 11th. I have been online for going on 18 years, and I started the summer of 2004. And the reason I came online was to look for a way to make extra income. And I didn't want to come on and make a little income. I'd like to make an income where it changes your life. And I joined everything I was told to do, at least I tried to. And there was always something, the more you learn, the more you found out you didn't know and that you needed to know. Eventually, I found, the basic thing was you have to be able to create a list, build a team daily. You have to constantly build a list and share whatever you're doing to new people every single day. And that's not easy. And nobody's told that in the beginning. Yeah, they're told, make a list of your family and friends and go through that and you'll be, but it's not enough, especially if your family and friends run from you at the speed of light because you've introduced 50 different businesses to them. And you have good intentions, everybody did. When I would be in a business, I checked it out the best I thought I could. But there was always something, either the products were not what they said they were, the pay plan didn't work right. But it all went back to one thing. Can you build a team? Can you help others? Can you duplicate what you're doing? Can they duplicate what you're doing? And so on down the line. And the answer is no. I don't have to be Tony Robbins. I don't have to be one of these big speakers. I'm going to tell you the truth. The truth is, if you can't build a team or deliver traffic to what you're selling, you are dead in the water. The people that can do that very well every day are the 1.5%, 2% that are successful. And the reason you go from one business to the next and seeing the same people every 6 months is because either the business folded or something happened and they had to move on. The problem was, even when I did get to the point where I could build a team. I joined Dan Street and Mike Ellis, who wasn't here today, and we could build teams. We built good sized teams, thousands. But the problem was the people we brought in were me 10 years earlier that don't know what they're doing. And you try to help them. And how many people can you get to that level, 10 years of you learning, and give it to somebody in a week? It doesn't exist. The companies out there aren't designed to help the everyday person make a very good income online. They're not designed for it. They don't care if 97% can't do it, as long as the total brings in millions and millions and millions a year, and they do. And some of these are 6 months long, but in 6 months, they can create a lot of income and move on to some other gadget and have people follow them because they do it daily. There's people moving daily. Every 6 months, people are moving around. I think they forget they're doing it. They think they made the decision. The decision was you failed here, no fault of your own. You move to the next one, you failed, probably no fault of your own, and you keep doing that, thinking, hey, and then people bragging that they broke even. There's something major wrong if you work online for months and months and maybe years and brag about breaking even. I was even before I got here, right? I mean, that's why I got here, because I was even. So needless to say, we worked on it. We did build a team. We found out we can't duplicate what we're doing. So about 3 years ago, exactly, I was thinking, like I said, working with Dan and Mike, that maybe this just isn't for us unless we could make a business that was different. And we didn't have the income, we didn't have the resources, we didn't have to do that. And I thought, well, who in their right mind would do that anyway? It's a nightmare. We met somebody that would do that, and it is a nightmare, but he did it, and it's the best thing I've ever seen. I met Red Redford and Peter Rogers about 3 years ago. Now I knew them prior because I met them online and I trusted them. Trust online is a big deal. It's hard to find somebody you can actually trust. I wasn't looking for gurus. I wasn't looking for people that so-called or have some kind of special potion or something. I'm looking for people that are honest. We could build a list. I need a company that you have a chance. So I asked them simple questions. Can we make money? Yeah. Can anybody make money? Yeah. Can anybody do it? Yeah. No special skills? No. Is there an auto ship? Because that kills people, right? That's where you start getting behind, not ahead. Because you can't build a team quick enough. Next month you owe another auto ship. No auto ship. Okay, it's 100% done for you, hands free. Boom. If you're in, you win. That's exactly what I was told. Now, I was skeptical, but I thought for the price, I'm getting in. So I got in, went back to Mike and Dan, and the rest is history. I am where I want to be, happier than I've ever been. And it truly is the only business online. And I don't care who you bring in front of me. There's no business out there like this one. Zero. Nada, nothing. All over the world, nothing. And there's still an opportunity. And this isn't pressure. I'm just telling you the facts. You don't want to do it, don't do it. There's an opportunity to be a founder still. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it back over to Susie. Susie's going to play a presentation by Mike Ellis. Mike Ellis is one of the best at sharing this business in the entire company. Flat out. He'll do it in about 21 minutes. If there's something there, look, I don't want to dig, push, pry, like Susie said. If there's something there that goes, I want to know, I like something there, I don't know what it is. If you write my email, I'll send you a copy of the video. And if you look at all of it and say, this is for me, just like I did, or just like everybody here did, you go back to the person that invited you, say, give me the registration link, I want to be a founder. It's that simple. And then stay caught up, know what's going on, because this train's moving very, very fast right now. Anyway, I'm going to turn it back over to Susie, my sister in crime, and she's going to share this video.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Just give me a moment. I'm going to start it and then I'm going to pause it. I want to make sure you can hear it. Okay, and then after the video, I will be back with the panel. You'll hear a few words from the panel and a few details after the video, and then we'll open the Q&A for our guests only. Right now, the chat is closed so that you can focus on this. So let's get this going. And if Marina or Andy can give me a thumbs up.
And at one time or another.
Can you hear that?
And on passive.
Great. I'm going to start from the beginning. I'm going to do full screen. Let's see. Give me 1 second. I got to move all these. There we go. Does that look good? Okay, we're cooking with gas. Here we go.
Today's webinar, as Susie said, is for the new people coming in and just exploring on passive. So if you're new,
sound has gone, Susie.
Okay, hang on. Is
We're
it- is
here
it
to
back?
find a way to build wealth and get out of those financial woes.
Is it back then when I just played it, Andy?
Yep, it's back.
Okay, we'll start it over again. Sorry about that. I think it's because I muted myself. Here we go.
Today's webinar, as Susie said, is for the new people coming in and just exploring on passive. So if you're new, you're in for a treat. We're going to share some things with you that will give you a way forward to actually start building wealth online. And that's why we're all here. We're here to find a way to build wealth and get out of those financial woes that all of us have been in at one time or another. And On Passive is a unique company, very revolutionary. And what Ash and his team has done, and Ash is the CEO of On Passive, has given us that opportunity to come in, participate with On Passive, and get in a place where we actually start building wealth. You know, I've been with On Passive for 2.5 years, and I've been able to see the journey of On Passive as Ash came out with his vision and started to develop and build On Passive, and people started coming in very early on in the process of developing On Passive. Ash's vision just exploded. And today, the 2.5, 3-year journey that I've been on has taken me to a place where On Passive, it's a done deal. It is done. Susie talked about On Passive being over 200 countries today. They are. Not only that, but giving millions of people around the world the opportunity to come in, participate, and get to that place where they don't worry about wealth. So as we think about On Passive, we have to start with Ash Mufareh. Ash Mufareh is the CEO. He is the visionary. He is the brain trust behind On Passive. And although it's taken me 2 years to watch what's been going on and happening with On Passive, you are in a really, really unique position because we are in the process today of launching On Passive to the world, a worldwide global launch. That is happening right now. And although I had to wait 2.5 years, 3 years for that to happen, the individuals coming in now, your wait is going to be very, very short. And as we go into the global launch, you will make money immediately. That's how quickly this thing is happening. Now, as we think about On Passive is primarily a customer-based business. And all the products of On Passive are made in Hyderabad. And the products of On Passive are artificial intelligence and informational technology products. And all of these products are built from the ground up. They're proprietary, they're cutting edge, and all of these products cost less than their competitors at a lower price point. And the product side of On Passive is so important when you start to talk about the volume that On Passive is going to be bringing in, the number of customers that On Passive is going to be bringing in. And On Passive is primarily a customer-based business, even though you and I have the privilege to come in, participate with On Passive, and again, get all the benefits of On Passive. It is primarily a customer-based business. Now, the products of On Passive are wide-ranging, anywhere from an automated marketing platform that has all the tools we use to market online, to a educational platform, to an HR platform, human resources platform, to as simple as a webinar platform. Right now, we're on Zoom. That is a communication platform that people use to communicate back and forth. On Passive will have that. Now, all the products of On Passive are being served today through other companies online, and customers come in because they need these products. These products are in high demand, and they come in and are using a lot of the products that On Passive will be launching to the world right now with other companies. Not only that, but they're coming in and they are paying a monthly fee to use these products. That's really, really important for you and I to keep that in the back of the mind, because as people come in, use these products, pay a monthly fee, as On Passive does the global launch to the world and they switch over to On Passive, they will be paying a monthly fee, which makes our income a residual income. And it's really, really difficult to build wealth online unless you have a residual income. So as we look at the products of On Passive, they are superior to anything that's out there. They're at a lower price point and people will flock in to use them. Why? It's just a couple of simple reasons why people will come in and use the products of OnPassive. Number one, it just makes their life easier. Number two, it makes their business easier. And number three, it makes their bottom line better. If you can use a product that you've been using for years and years and years, get one that's superior at a lower price point, saving you 30, 40, 50, 60% on that one product, people will come in and they will absolutely love it. And above and beyond that, as they come in and use the products of OnPassive, they're never going to leave, because the products of OnPassive are 5 to 10 years ahead of the competitions that is out there. And when you look at the products of OnPassive, we have no competition. That's how good Ash and his tech team in Hyderabad are. And the tech team in Hyderabad, they're about 200 strong right now. They make all the products of OnPassive, and they are brilliant. The guys and gals that are over there, what they're doing, what they have done is just remarkable. And as we look at OnPassive and the global launch of OnPassive, and I will talk about that a little bit toward the end, we know that as we go into the global launch of OnPassive, OnPassive will be a billion-dollar company. I think their value as we go into the global launch of OnPassive will be right around $3 billion. Now, that's really, really important to understand that this is something that's never been done in the history of business, in the history of the world. OnPassive will be the first company, as they go into the global launch, that will launch as a unicorn company, a billion-dollar company. Why is that important to you? Again, when we start talking about the volume of OnPassive, the sheer number of customers and the wealth that's going to be generated by OnPassive, Ash Mufareh has told us the wealth that's going to be coming into OnPassive, he's going to share with you and I. And it's not going to be 5% or 10% or 12%. He's going to share the majority of the wealth with you and I. And what that means is he's going to be sharing 52, 55, 60, 65% of the wealth that's coming into OnPassive. Again, unicorn company, billion-dollar company. That wealth is going to be coming into OnPassive, and the majority of that wealth is going to be shared with those individuals that are participating with OnPassive. That's you and I. And Susie earlier talked about the founder position. That's what we are. We're founding members right now, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But as we look at the sheer wealth that OnPassive is going to be bringing in, sharing it with you and I, the founding members of OnPassive, that puts us in a really unique position, again, to take care of that bottom line. So let's talk about the wealth just very, very quickly. And then I'm going to talk about what OnPassive is going to do for you specifically so that you can build that wealth. That's where it gets really, really exciting for those founding members that are in OnPassive. As we talk about the volume of OnPassive, let's talk about this Zoom that we're looking at right now. This is a webinar platform, communication platform that people use to communicate. And Zoom is the largest webinar platform online today. They're one of the big dogs. And as we look at Zoom and the amount of revenue they've done in the last 12 months, they did about $2.6 billion in revenue. That's the amount of money they made. That's the amount of money they cleared. The amount of business they did was way, way more than that, but they cleared $2.6 billion. And as we look at the webinar platform of OnPassive, it's called OConnect. And OConnect, again, is absolutely superior to what we're looking at right now. As we look at the Zoom webinar, this is really outdated technology that we're using today. And we've been using it for a little while, and we know there are a lot of hiccups to the Zoom webinar platform. That will not be the case with OConnect, and it will be unlimited. You can have as many people on a webinar as you want for the same cost. So again, it'll be superior at a lower price point. As we look at OnPassive using this particular Zoom platform, they spend about $10,000 a month to use this platform. Why do they do that? OConnect, it is done, it is ready, but it is integrated with all the other products of OnPassive. So we can't pull that product out and use it right now. We have to wait for the global launch of OnPassive. That's why we use Zoom. But as we look at OConnect, the webinar platform of OnPassive, I've talked to some technicians that have come in and become founders of OnPassive. They know the industry, they know the technology, they know the language. And they tell me very, very nonchalantly that they believe as we go into the global launch of OnPassive, they will take 90 to 90% of the market away from Zoom and all the other webinar platforms that are out there. And there are about 24 other ones that are out there. And they say this like it's just a done deal. And they get very, very excited about one product in OnPassive taking 95% of the market away from those individuals that are servicing this market today. Very, very exciting things when you think about $2.6 billion, taking 90% of that away from the people that are servicing this niche and bringing it into OnPassive. Again, this is showing you the volume that's going to be coming into OnPassive, okay? That's one product. OnPassive has over 50 products, all proprietary, all built from the ground up, all cutting edge technology, all superior at a lower price point. And many of these niches are multi-billion dollar niches. Now, if we can do this with this platform, the Zoom platform, webinar platform, what are we going to do with the other platforms? It's going to be massive. And I will talk about volume a little bit more after I talk about what OnPassive is going to be doing for you. Really, that's the important part of everything we're talking about today. As we think about OnPassive and you come into OnPassive, we go into the global launch. OnPassive is going to go to work for each and every one of us. How are they going to do that? They're going to reach into their bucket of products, the IT products of OnPassive, and they're going to start building an automated marketing platform for each and every one of us, okay? When they do that, they're going to hook it up to AI. That makes it 100% automated. That's really, really important because as you come into any business, most people fail because they just don't have the skill sets to succeed online with those businesses. OnPassive, because they're hooking it up to AI, artificial intelligence, your business becomes 100% automated. That's a really, really big deal. It doesn't stop there. They're going to reach back into their box of tools. They're going to pull out Traffic. Traffic is another product of OnPassive, and they're better than anybody I've ever seen at driving traffic. What is that? They're getting good qualified eyes in front of the products of OnPassive. As they come in, they're managing the sale. They're managing the people using the products. They're managing the whole process of people coming in and buying from OnPassive. That's a really, really big deal. Again, I don't want to have to manage 1,000 or 10,000 or 100,000 or 1 million customers in my business. OnPassive is going to do all that for us. So they're going to drive traffic, get those good qualified eyes in front of us as they come in and buy. They're going to land underneath you, a certain percentage of them. That's how we get paid. As customers land underneath you, that's how you and I get paid in OnPassive. And it's a lot like a sales individual that does commission sales with a company, does a $100 sale, makes $10, makes 10%, makes $10 on that sale. That's how it's going to work with OnPassive. But again, because of the volume, we're not talking about 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 people landing underneath you as customers. It is going to be massive. And that's when we can actually start building wealth. So OnPassive is actually going to go to work for us, build the sales platform, hook it up to AI, drive traffic, manage the customers coming in. And again, as they land underneath us, that's how we're going to get paid. So this is very, very simple, but it's revolutionary. There has never been another company that will do this for those individuals coming in and participating with OnPassive. And if you ever find another company like that, and you won't, like Susie said, I've been doing this about 15 years. I have never seen this ever, ever, ever. A company that actually cares about the individuals they're bringing in and wants to see them successful. And by the way, OnPassive will guarantee you will be successful. They don't put a dollar amount on that, but they guarantee your success. And as you learn more about OnPassive, you're going to pick your own dollar amount. And whatever a dollar amount you pick, I can tell you based off of what I'm seeing and the experience I have, whatever number you pick, it's going to be too low because OnPassive is going to outperform whatever you're thinking. So that's what OnPassive is going to be doing for us in very, very simple terms. So how do we all come into OnPassive? Susie's talked about the founding membership. I've talked about it a little bit today. There is a position. It is the founding position. It is a $97 position. And what it does is it locks you into the company of OnPassive, locks you into the pay structure of OnPassive. That last part, really, really important, being locked into the pay structure of OnPassive. Now, the founding position has many benefits as people come in and become founding members. One of the biggest benefits is the ability to share OnPassive and change people's lives. And anytime you share OnPassive and you bring another individual in and they land in your organization, it's like an additional cash register. And customers are the same way. They're additional cash registers. But as you bring in additional people, they become founding members. That cuts time frames and gets you in a position to get to that place where you reach your financial goals quicker. And the founding position will do that. The founding position will also, as we go into the global launch of OnPassive, OnPassive is going to look at that position and go, okay, they were founding members. We're going to drive more traffic through their business than we do other people. It's a really, really big deal. The more eyes you can get in front of your business, the quicker your business grows. And OnPassive is going to do that with the founding position. There are other benefits to the founding positions. There will be bonuses that we can receive as founding members that no one else will be able to. And there are things that Ash hasn't even shared with us yet. So the founding position has tremendous value. It's a powerful position to get you in a place where you're ready to run as OnPassive goes into the global launch and get to that place of financial independence. So what do the founders do when OnPassive goes into the global launch of OnPassive? As OnPassive goes into the global launch, all the founders will come in and there will be a subscription fee. Now, the founding membership, $97, that's a one-time fee. You'll pay it out of pocket once. You'll never have to go out of pocket again. One time, $97 one time. It's the same with the subscription fee. As we come in, we're going to have to pay a subscription fee. That subscription fee is going to be between $200 and $300. I always tell people $300, total of about $400. It is a one-time fee. You'll pay it once. You'll never have to go out of pocket again. That's about a total of $400. Once we do that, we'll go into our back office. We'll click a button. We'll become independent resellers of the IT product. Why did I tell you that? In order to be paid from OnPassive, we have to become independent resellers of the IT product. You have to go in your back office, click the button, become an independent reseller of the IT products of OnPassive, and now OnPassive can pay you. Okay, let's back up to the subscription fee. That subscription fee, it is a monthly fee, okay? So if it's $300, it's a $300 fee month after month after month. But I told you, it's a one-time fee for you. Why? OnPassive, as they go into the global launch, will start to build your business. And they guarantee you will only pay that fee once, and the preceding months will be paid from the profits we make from the commissions of those individuals, those customers landing in our organizations. OnPassive guarantees that. So as we look at the $300 and the $97, one-time payment, one time out of pocket. After that, you will never have to come out of pocket again. Now, as we come in, pay the subscription fee, we get all the IT products of OnPassive. That's really, really important because with those IT products, that's when OnPassive goes to work for us. They're going to build a sales platform. They're going to hook up to AI. They're going to drive traffic through it. They're going to drive customers through it. They're going to manage all the customers coming in. And as customers coming in and land in your organization, you will get paid. So that's how the whole process is going to work. It's very, very easy. This is not a difficult process to understand. And the management of this process is done by OnPassive. Probably the biggest thing you're going to have to do is manage the money coming into your back office and making sure you take it out on a regular basis. So this is the company of OnPassive. I really want to talk about the volume just a little bit more so you understand all the things that OnPassive is doing for us and then the sheer volume that's going to be coming into OnPassive. And I want to talk about 4 products of OnPassive. And those 4 products are OConnect, which is the webinar service. I want to talk about Ocademy, which is the educational platform. I want to talk about OStaff, which is the human resources platform that they'll have. And I want to talk about the traffic product that they'll have. If we look at those 4 niches and the total revenue that comes into all the companies that are servicing those niches today, It's about $483 billion. They are massive, massive niches. Now, if OnPassive comes in and only takes 10% of all of those niches the first year, they would bring in $48 billion. Now, we already know, and I believe, that they're going to take 90 to 95% of the webinar niche, the online webinar niche. So might they take more than 10% off of those 4 niches? They might. They might take 12, 15, 20% of that. And obviously, as they take more of that market share, the amount of revenue coming in increases exponentially. And as that revenue increases exponentially, what does it do for you and I? Yeah. OnPassive is going to share the majority of the wealth with you and I, those individuals participating with OnPassive. And they're doing all the work. This is truly revolutionary. It's unique. It's absolutely awesome. And we are so close to the global launch of OnPassive. Those individuals that are coming in now, the time frame between you coming in now, the global launch, and actually starting to make money is a lot less than 2.5 years. In fact, I believe it's only weeks away. So we are in a unique position, all of us, and the new people even more so, of coming in and taking advantage of everything that OnPassive is going to be doing very, very quickly. Today's webinar, as Susie said, is for the new people coming in and just
hang on a
exploring
second.
OnPassive. So if you're new, you're in for a treat. We're going to share some.
Okay. Thank you, Mike Ellis, for that presentation. Hang on one second. Okay, that was great. Thank you so much. That was Mike Ellis doing that presentation, and we appreciate you listening in. Like Mike said, this is an opportunity to become a founding member of OnPassive. You need to reach out to the person who invited you. They have a registration link. You will pay $97 to lock your position as a founding member. And like Mike said, once we have the global launch, you will pay out of pocket again, somewhere between $200 and $300. There are no hidden fees. There's no upselling here. It's once out of pocket, $97 as a founder. And then when we have the global launch, $200 to $300. We will know that amount soon when we do launch. Right now, we're going to open up the chat for our guests to ask questions, or if you are a guest, I'm going to lower all the hands right now. If you are a guest and you would like to come on with the panel to ask a question, you can raise your hand and I will bring you in on the panel. Your screen will change and you will have to accept or decline becoming a panelist. Once you're on the panel, I will ask you to unmute yourself and you can ask your questions. If you are a founder, please do not raise your hand and come on to the panel. Today is for our guests. If you are a founder, please do not ask questions in the chat, okay? You can reach out to somebody else. Today is all about our guests. So as I'm waiting to bring people on, I'd like to have a few people on the panel, give a few words about OnPassive. Mike did the presentation, but we have other people here who have been involved with OnPassive. The first one I'm going to introduce is Marina Favit. She comes to us from South Africa. Marina has been thoroughly involved in OnPassive for I think almost 3 years now. Let's see, September 2019, so 2.5 years. And Marina has done an excellent job at helping founders all across the globe. She's enthusiastic. She knows the business inside and out. I don't think we can stump anybody's questions. So Marina, if you want to share a little bit, that would be great.
Thank you, Susie. And yeah, I was about to say, well done, Mike. Forgot that he wasn't live with us today. But anyway, hello, Africa. Hello, world. This is fantastic. We are so excited about this business opportunity. And it literally is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I don't know how many of you got invited to be a founder of a large corporate global IT company, but I certainly hadn't crossed my path before. So this is really exciting. And not only that, our CEO, Ash Mafara, has really got a heart of gold. And he said, whatever your financial goal is, over time, you will reach it. And everyone has different dreams and aspirations. So it was really quite an interesting exercise when he said, whatever your goal is, think about it, put it in the chat in one of our founders' meetings that we had. And I thought I was stretching myself a little by requesting about, I think it was $20,000 a month. That would have been like, wow, awesome. And then he said, double it. I was like, what? $40,000 a month in rands? That is just like crazy money. And then he said, now double it again. So there were people that were giving like astronomical figures. Others were saying $2,000 a month, $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, whatever the case is. And they're all going to reach their goal. But now that as OnPassive rolls out to the world, and all those customers coming in are going to be signed up under us as founders, and it's just going to grow our organization. So there's going to be more than enough. And the words that our CEO uses is excess and abundance. So what are you going to do with that? And that is where we are spending most of our time now, is discussing what are we going to do to help our communities, to help our country, to help people in need. And like he said, he wants to make 1 million Mother Teresa's. I believe that he will far surpass that goal as well. So yes, it's just something that I wanted to throw in there to make you realize that finally, if you've been asking for God to turn your life around, to give you a sign, to do something that's going to get you out of the situation that you're in, this is it. And opportunity only knocks once. So I think this is it. So yes, thank you so much, Susie.
Okay, thank you, Marina. Yes, I think, when I first joined, and actually it was just 2 years ago, January 4th or 3rd, I came on board for a way to have a marketing platform to help my direct sales business and to help my team. And the more that I started learning about OnPassive, I said, oh my goodness, I don't really need that direct sales business. This could be my business. Like Mike said in his presentation, OnPassive takes care of all of the customer service, the products, the technical support. I was like, oh my goodness, that was music to my ears. A business that's fully automated, that I'm plugged into, the CEO who wants to share the wealth of this company with those who catch the vision and manage all of the customers. I've been in customer support, management, always troubleshooting. Yes, I've enjoyed it, but you know what? I am so looking forward for an automatic business. Mike mentioned it runs 24/7. If you are working for your own business or you're working in a company, you have a bad day. You have people who call out sick. You struggle with staffing. Sometimes people have personal issues going on. People do not always operate or work at the same level every day. The beauty of artificial intelligence and automated businesses is they're working for you 24/7, whether you're having a good day or a bad day or a good week or a bad week. Your business is not going to suffer. I jumped in, I spread the word to my friends and family, whether they had a business or not. They caught the vision, they jumped on board, and boy, are we excited because this company is going to be launching very soon. Doesn't look like we have any hand raised or questions in the chat. So we have 2 more panelists we'll introduce. We have Dan Street here. He comes to us from Colorado in the United States. And Dan has been with OnPassive for almost 3 years now. He will share with you. Yeah, he's like, yeah, he knows the ins and outs of it. And he has kind of a little twist on what he thinks about OnPassive, and he'll share a few thoughts with you about why this is an opportunity for you to jump on board. Okay, Dan.
Well, thanks, Susie, and great job, Mike, wherever you are. but he covered so much. For all you new people that are listening to this, he covered just about everything that you need to know about all the features and benefits of this amazing company. Susie said, I'm from Colorado, and I currently live here with my wife and son, and we enjoy the mountains and all that Colorado does have to offer. And I recently retired from a 30-year career in the medical device sales, which was financially rewarding, but at the same time, it was a high level of stress. And the key for me was there was no time freedom. And I've always dabbled in the online marketing industry in hopes that I might find some amazing company that would change my life and give me that much needed time freedom. But so I had a few successes. Marty, Mike, and I have been partners for quite a long time, and we've worked a lot of businesses and built some teams and had some successes. But the majority of them were just trial and error, and a couple of things happened, like either the company failed or we had to recruit, and we did recruit, but the people that came in quit because they realized that they had to have an outlay of cash every month. I'm sorry. But so over the past few years, we've witnessed this company, the value of this company, increase beyond our wildest expectations. And now we're closer than ever in realizing the dream of OnPassage launched to the world. So being part of the company that drives targeted traffic to your site to increase your customer base so you can earn commissions is just unbelievable, all through an automated process. And all through this AI software that follows up with your visitors, it answers their questions, it closes their sale, all through this automated process. Keep in mind, that is key. This is automated. 97% of the people online never make it for a variety of reasons. And a lot of it is the fact that they have to do what we were just talking about. The company failed because they were required to recruit in order to make money. So if you're ready to start a new online business, but you don't have a clue as to how to get started, we believe that OnPassive is that solution for you. For all of you that have failed in the past, get with the person that invited you, and we're here to answer any questions. But we are so excited because we are getting close, everybody. And this founder position isn't going to last for very much longer.
Wow. Well, thank you, Dan. Always loved hearing your insight. I have someone I'm bringing on the panel. I'm going to answer a couple quick questions. Will asked, Susie, you mentioned that if you have a business, then OnPassive AI can be consistent in working for you. I'm wondering, what does this AI do? Well, AI, Will, is artificial intelligence. As far as your own business, that's a little bit different. If you plug in, you become a founder, and then when we launch, you will become a reseller. OnPassive does all the work for you, meaning they bring in the customers, they do the marketing, they automate the business for you. You do not have to manage any of it. Yes, you can go share the business with other people and bring customers in, but they are going to do all of that for you. If you do have a business and you want to bring it into the OnPassive platform, I highly recommend you go to onpassive.com. There you will see a list of all of the products, a little video on them, and also frequently asked questions. So if you do have a business and you want to bring it onto the OnPassive platform, OnPassive can help you with directing targeted traffic to your website, to your products and services. However, you will need to manage the customers and the business, but they will help you manage with different tools like Counting, Chat. Go to onpassive.com. The products are there. They also will be able to help you build a website if you need. They host the website, but you will be responsible for your customers and your products and services in your business. In your OnPassive business, that is 24/7 auto for you. Verona Willis Brown asked, when can we start using the products? If you become a founder now, you will have access in the back office There are some products in our back office that founders are allowed to do some of the beta testing on. So that will be available for you soon. Before we get to Andy, let's see, John Everingham, if you would like to unmute yourself, you're here on the panel. John Everingham, if you would like to unmute yourself and ask your question to the panel.
Well, I don't really have a question other than I did go in yesterday and change an email address. It worked beautifully.
Okay, John,
Yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but today is a guest webinar. We are
Okay.
not here to answer founder questions, so I recommend you reach out to someone else on your team, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, remember everyone, this is a founders only webinar. Okay, so next, last but not least, Andy Burks is here from the UK. Andy is great with numbers. Sometimes his numbers go so fast, my head spins. He's not your techie kind of guy, but he understands this business and he sees the value of jumping on board because of the possibilities of how this business is going to change your life. So just think a little bit about what Andy's about to tell you. Go ahead, Andy.
Hi guys, thanks Susie.
Yeah.
Firstly, I want to just go through a couple of things. The reason I love this business so much, as Susie said, I'm not tech savvy in the slightest. I haven't got a clue what the products do, how they work, but I know the simplicity of this. In other words, the company are going to register me a domain name. They will build me a website. They will drive specific targeted traffic to the website, close that sale, and then deal with all the customer support. But they're going to pay me for every customer that falls within my group. And as the customer base grows, so does the income, as long as these customers remain on board. Now, the system has been created in such a way that these customers are never going to leave. Because if you have your own business and you want to use the product specifically for your business, that's what they're designed for. But these people are going to have to pay for this product here and that product there and this product over here, and they all add up. Now, this is one total business solution under one roof. So, and they're going to have a little button up in the top corner that says, become a reseller and this money is yours. Now, who in their right mind is going to leave if they're going to get paid to use the products? It's absolute genius. Now, we have 1 million founders, and I keep getting asked the question, oh, you've got too many already. There's way too many people, but I'm not going to make any money. Rubbish. We anticipate taking on somewhere in the region of 250,000 customers a day. Okay, that's over 100 million customers a year in our first year alone, and 1 million founders puts us in the top 1%. How would you like to be in the top 1% of Amazon or Facebook or Microsoft or Google? It's a phenomenal opportunity, but we don't recruit. We don't have to sell anything, and I love that. I'm not very good at recruiting either. I am good at a couple of things, believe me, but that's not one of them. I have and do share this opportunity. So this presentation, for instance, we send or invite friends, family, and loved ones along for them to understand what's going on and how this business works. So I'm going to give you two examples. I'm going to give you an example, and this is purely an example. It's not, this is going to happen, this may or may not happen. This is an example. So I'm just going to say that you're going to get your 3 customers within a very, very short period of time, probably within the first few days, but let's take it, it's going to take a month. And from then on, the company is going to create 3 further customers for you and 3 for each of those 3 customers. And it's going to take them 3 months and so on. So it'll go, I'll do this slowly for you, Susie. Right, so it's going to go you plus 3 is 4, times 3 is 12, plus your 4 is 16. 16 times 3 is 48, plus your 16, 64. 64 times 3, 192 plus your 64, that's 256 customers that you've got in your customer base. Hope that was slowly enough for you. Right, so that's 256 customers. Now, if I give you the example of saying we're going to use the same system, but this time what I've done, before we've launched globally, I'm going to share this with 9 other people. So there are now 10 in total, me and 9 others. You can multiply those figures by 10 at the end of the year. So you'd have 2,560 customers, not 256. In other words, your income has grown tenfold. Now, the bad news is, folks, that we have a potential marketplace here of 4.7 billion customers. So the income that you may be wanting of 2,000 or 5,000 or 10,000 is not going to stop growing. In fact, it could be 2,000 one month and then 5,000 the next because of the number of customers that we've taken on board that have fallen within your group. We don't know. But as I said, we're in the top 1% of the first year's customer base. The first year's customer base, and a total marketplace today with the suite of products that we have of 4.7 billion. Now that number of customers doesn't stop there, because as we bring on more products, be they digital or physical products, then the market expands again. So we could have another customer base of 4.7 billion and another customer base of 4.7 billion. Just think where this could go. So share this with your loved ones. Make sure that they can create a legacy as well for their families. That's very, very important. And get engaged. Understand what's going on by just simply taking the time to listen to some of the videos that my esteemed colleagues and myself, of course, have done and are on YouTube. So hopefully that helps, Susie.
Yes, and I always loved hearing the numbers, and it made total sense. Maybe because you said it a little slower.
So this
But
time I could actually type and check that it was correct. Thank you for that, Andy.
yeah,
You were
it's
perfect. You were spot on.
it's amazing. Okay, we have we're going to take one more question, and then we're going to wrap up the webinar. Andy, if you would unmute yourself, Andy Cummings.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, are you a founder?
Yes, I am.
Okay, this is a guest webinar, so we're only taking questions from guests.
Okay, I understand. Sorry about that.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Okay, with that said, I'm going to wrap things up. And I know Marty will be back on to end the webinar. Oh, there he is. So we put in the chat where you can get a copy of today's webinar. Send an email to onpassivenation@gmail.com and you can get a copy of today's webinar. So you can look through it again. The other thing that may be going through your mind is, oh my goodness, I'm jumping on board. And I know so many people I want to share this with. Well, time is of the essence. And the best thing to do is request a copy of this webinar, and then you can send the link, because you've heard a lot of information today. It may not have all sunk in, and for you to try to explain it to someone, they're going to think you're crazy. So you're better off sending a copy of today's webinar. That's the easiest way. That's why we're here doing them. We do them on Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern, and then we do them again on Saturday mornings, 11 a.m. Eastern. However, we won't be doing these much longer because this position will not be available anymore to become a founding member. So we can't emphasize enough, get back to the person who invited you. They have a registration link. They will help you sign up, lock in as a founder, and you're good to go. You will then have access to our back office where you'll be able to see more private information, be engaged, beta test some of the products as we're getting ready to roll them out, and have fun in the community of founders in over 200 countries across the globe. You're going to get to hear and listen to our CEO. This is a dynamic company that is revolutionary. I've never seen anything like this in my lifetime, nor will I ever. It's different than anything you've ever seen. That's what I love about it. and it's a chance of a lifetime. And we are saying that to be transparent to you. It truly is an opportunity of a lifetime. When is the last time you were asked to be a founding member of a company of this magnitude? Go to onpassive.com, check it out, get back to the person who invited you. So thank you, panel, for everything, for giving your insights, and also to Mike Ellis for our recorded webinar, our recorded presentation. We appreciate Mike, and that's it. Marty, we're all
Can I
set?
just say, yeah, can I just say,
go ahead.
Susie, there are other webinars that are specifically for founders. So there is a one on a Monday evening or Monday afternoon for you guys in the States, Monday evening for us in the UK. And we also do one on a Sunday. You can find the details in the back office.
Yes, thank you for reminding me of that, Andy. Yes, once you lock in as a founder, you go in the back office. We have roundtables. We have different presentations in all different languages. And the person who invited you in and you get in, they'll help you navigate and get to those webinars. Okay, so have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Jump on board, get back to the person who invited you. Bye-bye.